Devs. Let's start solving today's daily question. So the question is length of longest subarray with at most key frequency. So let's understand the question first. We are given an integer array nums and integer key. So two things are there in our input as nums and key. Now like next thing is the frequency of element x is the number of times it occurs in array. That's fine. Next is an array is called good if the frequency of each element in this array is less than or equal to k. Okay, the array is defined as good when the frequency of each element is less than or equal to the k given in the input. Now we have to return the length of longest good subarray of nums, and the subarray is contiguous non-empty sequence of elements within the array. Now let's understand properly like what we are given is first we should take what are our inputs. Okay, understand what is given is nums. Now nums is the array. Now what is given k is the what we can consider the max frequency which we want to maintain in our subarray. Now what we are asked, we have to return the longest subarray length. Okay, which is which is good. What is defined as good array or subarray is each element each element should frequency should be less than or equal to k. Now if you are a beginner or you can say let's you just started solving the question or anything, what will be the brute force approach which will come into your mind is you will solve first what you will find each subarray, and then what you will do you will find the frequency and then check the size and maximize the size. This will what the brute force approach will do. Now this will work, but definitely we have to optimize our solution. Now next thing what we can think of is what we will do is in the question it is given frequency. So if I want to know the frequency of each element, how I will store it using a map, you can use the hash map. Now next thing, now I want what k frequency. So think we have this array and I know these 2 points in which I have the frequency, all the element has frequencies which is less than k. Now let's say I have, let's say 1 2 3 4 and my k is 2. Now again I have 1 and here 2 and again 1. Let's say this is our array. Now let's understand my 1, what is the my frequency of 1 here. Frequency of 1 is 1 2 1 3 1 4, each is only one time. Now when I go to this okay, my frequency of 1 is 2. Here my frequency of 2 is 2. Now my frequency of 1 is 2, 2 is 2, then 3 is 1, 4 is 1. Now next is my 1. Now if I include this element in my subarray, then my frequency of 1 will become 3, which is greater than k, which is what greater than k. Then how we will avoid this? Okay, so what we can do is, if you are aware of sliding window, we are going to use that approach here. Now if I have a window, I know, okay, I will just move this window, and we are, you see, in sliding window there are two types. One is a fixed, where the window size is fixed, and another in one is the variable. Okay, if you want a detailed video for this sliding window, let me know in the comment section, I will definitely upload one. Now we are using this variable one. In that we don't have any fixed size of window. So I have, let's say my initial window is this, where my all the elements in that sub array has frequency less than k. Now when I move this window size, I'll just expand this. Okay, let's say, okay, I'm just expanding this. Still all are less than k. When I expand to here, if you see, still all are less than k. Now I have this frequency hash map which has all less than or equal to k. Now when I move to the next element, and if I check, if I increase this to 3, then what can I say? Now this is not a good array, because we have to find the good array. Okay, this is not a good array. So but I want to move forward, otherwise I'll be stuck here, right? So what we can do is, if I want to include this one in my good array, then I have to exclude something from the beginning, which is the same element. So if now here I have element 1 here, okay, so if I want to include this and make the frequency same, my frequency is 2, and now I got the third element of same number, then I have to exclude the first element which I got, not the first element of that subarray. I'm talking about the first occurrence. Okay, so basically first occurrence. So if I want to include this occurrence, I have to remove the first occurrence of that same number. So in this case, I have the first occurrence as first element. So what we will do now, my window is what? This is my new window. Okay. Now what I have to do? I have to shrink this. I have to go this. Now I I don't want this. My window size is now this. So this is okay. Now this is satisfying this. Now same thing we will do. What if I get any element frequency greater than, just greater than k, that means I have to shrink my window from the beginning till I get the first occurrence of that same element which we are at now. Okay, then we will get that window and we just have to check the length, and we have to return the longest, and we don't have to return the sub array, we just have to return the length. Okay, if you, I'll explain it again once. Okay, what we are doing, we have this array, consider a b c, these are just string. Or let's take the numbers instead, it will be better for understanding. We'll take another example. Now we will take the example from this is, let's take this one, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2, and the size is 2. Okay, I'll take 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 1 2, and my key is 2. Now as we are maintaining hash map, why we are using the map? Just to store the frequency, because if you, wherever you want the frequency, you can use the hash map, or if you are aware of the numbers, then you can use the hash array also instead. Now what is the now my, let's say I have two pointers, one is this, okay, and second one is also here initially. Now my initially pointer is this, so my, what is the occurrence? This is my number and this is my occurrences. For one occurrence is 1, I will move this j to this. Okay, I'll move this to here. Now what is my occurrence of 2 is 1. Now again what I'll do, I'll move this to this 3. Okay, 3 and 1 same. Now the part is, when I move my this pointer to here, now I got the same, so I'll just increment the occurrence, so it is 2. I'll cancel this and write 2. Now occurrence is 2, but k is also 2, so that is fine, because my k is 2, so I don't need to do anything. When my k is going above, then I have to do. So if you see frequency of element is greater than k, then only I have to do. Now I'm okay, so I'll move my pointer to next is this. Again my k is also my frequency is equal to k, that's fine. Now what we will do is, again we will move forward, same thing will happen like for this also too, this is fine. Now next thing, if I move here and I'll check the occurrence is 2, and if I include this, my occurrence will be 3, then the frequency of element will be 3, which is greater than 2. Then in that case what we will do, what we discussed, we will shrink the window. How we will shrink? From the beginning, okay, from the front. Now till when we have to shrink? Till we get the first occurrence of the same element which are we are at now. Now we are at the which element? 1. The first occurrence of 1 is here. First occurrence I am talking about, not in the whole array. It is in that sub array first occurrence. Okay, in that window, what is the first occurrence? It's not like we got 1 in the first place, now our window is somewhere else and we are still trying to remove that. No. Okay, this is my window as of now. These two pointers, if you see, now my window is this. Now what I'll do, first occurrence is this only. So I will just move this pointer and I'll make it to here. See, why we just have to remove move the pointer for this? If the same element is there, then we will not include. Either you can remove the occurrence of this and add the same, else don't add it and don't remove it. It will be same. But if in case, let's say we have an element before this, as let's say I'll take something as different to make you understand a little better, that I have let's say 4, 5 and 6. Let's say this was my array. Okay, now what would be my pointer initially? This. Okay, and it will be same as here. If I write consider 4, 5 and 6, each has 1, 1, 1. That is fine, it is not going. Now we got the one which has the occurrence 3. Okay, now what we will do, we will shrink this. We will come here. Where will come? We'll come to the 4. Okay, we'll come here. We will remove the reduce the frequency of 6, then it will be 0. Again we'll come here. Okay, till when? Till we get the same element. Okay, we are at, now we came at 4, again this is make 0, we are at 5, now we are at 1, and when we were at 5 we would have reduced it. Now where we are, we got this element. Now what we will do is we will just move this pointer to this, and if you want you can reduce this one and add this one to 3. Okay, now my new window is this one. So in this way we will move our window and we will get the max length. So when I am reducing, we don't need to find the max, but when I'm incrementing my j pointer, this pointer, we can use the max. So in this way we'll get the longest subarray, and that too in what? In O of n only, you can say. It's not n square, like we are not moving everything, we are just shrinking, expanding kind of. Okay, now we will start coding. Okay, what we need to store the frequency is hash map. So let's first declare the hash map of integer comma integer. Then yeah, new. Now what we need a length to maintain the length, but to maximize it we need one more, is max. Initially it is 0. We need two pointers, one is I and j. So I'll use the I in for loop and int j will be 0. Initially j is the second one. Now what we are going to do, is we'll just use a simple for loop. For int I is equal to 0 less than, we can take int n is equal to what? Nums dot length. Okay, and I plus plus. Now what we will do is, first what I'll check is if my hmp contains key what? Nums of I. If it is there in my map, if it is there, then we have to check everything. Else what we have to do? Else I'll just put that. If you see the constraint of k is at least 1. Okay, now so we can put it directly instead of checking. So nums of I comma 1. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 11. Yeah, and we will increase the length also, and when we are increasing we can find the max as well. Like we can keep maximizing our max. Okay, now this is done when we have only single. Now if it is there in the array, Okay, if it is there in the array, so in that case what we will do, we will check. What we are going to check is, let's say first we will find the count, we'll get the count. Okay, or we can say frequency. I'll simply say the frequency. HMP dot what, get nums of I. Then I'll get the frequency of current one. Okay, now what we will do, if my count, or sorry, if my frequency is less than k, if it is less than k, then we don't have any problem. Okay, so what we can do, just hmp dot put, what we can do, i'll um, I'll do one thing. Increase the frequency. I'll put the same, we will increase, and I'll put this frequency. Okay, now I'll also increase the length, because we are considering that element, and also I'll maximize the length. You can take out the max logic as well, but I'm doing it here itself. Now else part is, that's what the main part is. Now what we will do is, we will shrink. To shrink, we need a condition. What we are going to do before that, we'll, okay, this, it's fine, we are checking here itself. If you are not here, we can check initially here, because it is possible that frequency is k in that case. But yeah, yes, when my frequency is equal to k, then it will come here, right? So, or we can include same here, but I don't want to make it complete. Now, while what I'll do, while what, my j should be, this j should be less than n, and my nums of I should not be equal to nums of j. Okay, when we get, why, while we want to get till that point, right? So if it is equal, it will come out the loop, then we get the j pointer, right? So we have to traverse this, and while traversing, we have to remove the occurrences also, right? Frequency. Now what we will do is put hmp dot put nums of j. Okay, because the we are traversing, right? So j pointer is moving, so we have to do the j1. And what, hmp dot, we have to reduce it, right? So I'll get the nums of j, and I'll decrement it by 1. Now I'm doing one mistake here. I should decrement it by 1 here, not inside, because I'm getting it. So this will return the count, and I want to decrement it. Yes, now I will do j plus plus, correct? And also length minus minus. While length minus minus, we are coming back. Now what we will do is, we are at position j. Okay, now what I'll do, max, same thing, I'll do the, after this also I'll do again, maximize it, because we reduce the length. And also I'll do the j plus plus. Why? Because now it is same, right? This is same, this is same, so I just have to exclude it, so I'll move the j point here. Now that's it, and we will return our max again. Yeah, mostly we have tried to do this max everywhere in each if else, but if in case it remains, we can do it at the end also, if any is there any case, and then we can, yeah, let's try. Yes, you can see accepted, and these are the cases. So this way, this is just a simple, just you have to understand the pointers. Now let's submit the solution. Yeah, you can see our solution got accepted. So which method we used is, we used the sliding window plus frequency. So which type of sliding type, we can say the two variations is, we use a variable size sliding window. So in this kind of questions, we can use that. And for fixed size, it is different. Like for example, sum you want to find, like subarray sum or something you want to find with some particular given number, or then you can use the fix. So sliding window is a good algorithm. So whenever you feel this kind of question is there, like sub array is there, and you have to find the something with this range or longest or something, then you can definitely use that techniques. So if you feel this video is helpful to you, please like this video, subscribe my channel, stay updated. Thank you.